The biggest problem with the Sonic the Hedgehog movie isn't Sonic's eyes, his fur, his shoes, or the fact that Jim Carrey is playing Dr. Eggman, which I personally think is amusing. Everyone seems to be so hell-bent on how bad the design of Sonic looks, but no one is talking about the real issue of this movie, which is one crucial essence of any movie: the story. For years now, most live-action films have flopped and have become infamous among the fans who enjoy those series that have become victim to a live-action film. Super Mario, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Dragon Ball Z, just to name a few. Not all live-action films of our favorite franchises flop though, some even become memorable. But some should have just been shut down at the conception phase. After seeing the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer for the very first time, my first concern wasn't the look of Sonic, it was the story. Along with it, the characters, the plot, the tone, the feel, the vital things that make up any movie. And from everything thus far, this does not feel like a good movie for Sonic. According to IMDb, the official logline says that the movie is about a cop in a rural town of Green Hills who will help Sonic escape from the government who is looking to capture him. That's great and all, but haven't we seen the story before? Sonic X, Sonic Adventure 2, any of these ring a bell? The only difference here is that it's live action, which of course I don't think anyone was asking for. We've already seen Sonic get brought into our world in Sonic X, and the government trying to capture Sonic unfolded beautifully in Sonic Adventure 2. I don't think another retelling of those plots is really needed. Aside from Jim Carrey as Dr. Eggman, the movie doesn't really seem like it has much to offer, aside from a Hollywood formulaic film set in the Sonic franchise. There's seemingly nothing fun or exciting about this movie, at least based on the trailer and information we've received thus far. It's just Sonic running from the government and a run-of-the-mill cop hiding him. It already screams predictability. It appears as just another generic movie produced by Hollywood and with the director and writers who haven't had much experience in the industry, let alone something in the scale of a pre-existing franchise such as Sonic. I mean, this is Jeff Fowler's directorial debut, and the three writers on the film have only done a handful of major projects, all of things that I've not really even heard of before. When developing any sort of adaptation for an audience, I believe the people responsible should be in touch with the source material on a level that isn't just on the surface. It should be made by people who care about the franchise and what it is that they're actually creating. And while I can't say that the people involved on this movie aren't in touch with the source material, I can say that this movie feels more Hollywood generic action oriented than anything else. The trailer uses Gangster's Paradise for crying out loud. It seems to not know its audience or even have an identity of its own. Perhaps it's looking to cater to a more younger, casual audience who are new to Sonic, but I mean, they make a child trafficking joke at the end of the trailer, so I don't really know. To be fair, Sonic has a track history of inconsistency due to poor decisions led by Sega and Sonic Team, so a reboot movie won't be doing much to add or subtract to the brand. But there are those who care about the franchise and would rather not see their favorite hedgehog become another laughingstock of the live-action adaptation film world. I'm sorry to say, but the story of this movie isn't looking too exciting. Sure, we'll likely get some decent action sequences, which are likely going to be the highlight of this film, but it could go a step further and add meaningful context behind those sequences. The fight between Sonic and Metal Sonic in the Sonic OVA is extremely memorable to Sonic fans because of the context of that fight and the action surrounding it. It establishes a challenging threat and high stakes that pull at your emotional heartstrings. The stakes haven't really been revealed in the trailer, so I'm hoping they come up with a plot that makes us root for Sonic other than the fact that he's Sonic the Hedgehog and by default we're supposed to care about him. The movie comes off as insincere, which is why I have a hard time taking it seriously. But those are just some of my thoughts behind the Sonic the Hedgehog movie and why I think it has more of a story problem than a character design problem. Like a video game, no matter how great your graphics and character models are, if your gameplay is like garbage, then people are going to dislike it above all else no matter how pretty it is. All I'm saying is that this film needs to have more than the Sonic the Hedgehog name to stand on, like a decent story and fun characters. Otherwise, this movie is going to make its way into the category of the Super Mario Bros. Movie and Avatar: The Last Airbender live-action film. It would be nice to finally see a decent live-action movie come out of this, but one can only hope. If you guys like this video, don't forget to subscribe and let me know how you feel about this movie's story down in the comments below. Let's try to keep the comments free of critiquing the original movie design of Sonic, since we all know it's bad, and that they're working on it currently. But instead, let's dissect the story and see how we feel about it. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. This has been a Real Life Glitch Entertainment video. Peace out.